Okay guys, so now that the Combine promo has dropped in Madden 25, we are going to be going over which Combine cards are actually worth buying in Madden 25. Let's go ahead, get into the cards, and let you guys know who you should pick up. So we're going to start off with the 93s. Those are going to be the lowest overall. And the only reason why we're talking about the 93s is because these are the rookie cards. Now, Ashton Genty right here, running back, obviously going to be a free agent. As you can see in this little text over here, if I move my face, it says, MUT 25 Combine rookie, upgrade your 86 Kurt Benkert Combine rookie motivator to boost this player. If this player competes in this year's Combine, Kurt will provide a ratings adjuster stat boost. So that's really cool there. But with these 93s, we're just going to be talking about their base stats already and their abilities. Ashton Genty coming in with 96 speed, which makes him a really fast base speed running back. That's a 93 overall anyways. 92 excel, 91 agility, 84 carry, which is kind of low. 88 catching, but 97 change of direction, which is huge. 95 truck and 95 break tackle. 5'9", 215, so he's not big at all. And when we look at team chemistries, he gets every single one, which is a super W for these cards. It actually looks like he gets 2 slots of having that the double team chemistry. Sorry, I just stuttered really bad. And all you have to do is add in 5 training, which is pretty dope there. But for his discounted ability buckets here, he's going to be able to get running back apprentice for 1 AP, matchup nightmare for 1 AP, spin cycle for 1, armbar for 1, bulldozer for 1, jukebox for 1, grab and go for 1, leapfrog for 1, goal line back for 1, balance beam for 1, and reach for it for 1. And then I believe, yes, he does get a second ability boost or a ability bucket discounted, spin cycle for 1, jukebox for 1, bulldozer for 1. We're just going to keep saying all the ones that are for 1, I guess. Grab and go, human joystick, armbar, running back apprentice, backfield mismatch, playmaker, run off elite. I'm not sure if he actually hits that route running threshold, so if he does not, my apologies. Red zone threat, backlash, backyard halfback. So the only thing that is a downside on this card is that he's not going to be able to get tank and human joystick for a discount, but he will be able to get tank for 2 AP and human joystick for a discount. So 3 AP on a running back. That's currently what I run on my 96 overall Saquon Barkley, who also has 96 speed. So Ashton Genty, for his price and him being a 93 overall, because his price is just going to keep coming down, and the added bonus of him actually possibly getting a ratings adjustment if he competes in the Combine, which I believe he does, he will actually probably be better than 96 overall. Saquon Barkley is a 93 overall when you take into account price, and like we just showed right there, he's selling for about 240k right now. I'm sure if you filtered this down all the way and you stayed on this filter for a while, you'd be able to get him for 220k. So along with a lot of these 93s, Ashton Genty would be worth buying in Madden 25. Next card is going to be Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver out of Ohio State. Again, all of these guys are going to be able to get both or 2 slots of team chemistries, all 32, but he's coming in 6'1", 205, so he is a tall enough receiver. 96 speed, 94 jumping, 93 catch, 95 catch traffic, 95 spec catch, 90 short route running, 90 medium route running, and 90 deep route running. So these guys are going to be really good budget beast or budget cops anyways. I understand some people may be saying 250k is a lot for a card, but in terms of Madden and how much cards cost usually for this kind of ability stack and the coins, these guys are really good. But for his discounted ability buckets, he's going to be getting mid and elite for 1, mid out elite, run off elite, bulldozer, slot apprentice, outside apprentice, armbar, jukebox, spin cycle, backlash, matchup nightmare, and grab and go for 1 AP. And then in the second bucket, he gets all of those same there, but he also gets slot-o-matic, playmaker, hot route master, human joystick, red zone threat, which is really nice there, backyard wide receiver. I do not know if he actually, yes, he should hit the stats for all of these, so he will get deep elite, mid elite, and short elite, which is going to give better route running, I believe. Better route or better catching on all of those passes, but it is going to cost you some AP, mid and elite being the cheapest out of the ones there. So Emeka Egbuka, if he's going to stay at that 250k price for 96 base speed on a receiver, if you have a 40 out of 40 theme team, he'd be up to 98 speed and he's 6'1". I would say Emeka Egbuka is definitely worth picking up. He'd even be 99 speed if you have that Combine promo ability, or not Combine promo ability, but that Combine promo strategy boost added to him. So Emeka Egbuka absolutely would pick him up. Next is going to be running back Quinshawn Judkins right here, the college football 25 beast. He's going to be coming in with 95 base speed, so he's actually a little slower than Ashton Genty, but 95 acceleration, 96 agility, 90 carrying, 91 change of direction, 96 truck, and 91 break tackle. 6 foot, so he's a little bit taller than Ashton Genty, and 219 pounds. And then if we go ahead actually and look over here at his abilities, he's going to be getting discounted running back apprentice for 1, matchup nightmare, spin cycle, armbar, bulldozer, jukebox, grab and go, leapfrog, goal line back, balance beam, and reach for it. I believe he will actually hit the threshold to get armbar and bulldozer here. So if we look, he needs 87 trucking to hit that, and he's coming in at 96, so he will definitely hit that. And then in his second discounted bucket, he's going to get spin cycle for 1, jukebox for 1, bulldozer for 1, grab and go for 1, human joystick for 1, armbar for 1, running back apprentice for 1, backfield mismatch, playmaker, runoff elite, red zone threat, slot apprentice, if he hits that route running threshold there, backlash, steamroller, tireless runner, mid elite, short elite, and backyard halfback, all for 1 AP except for short elite, which would be 2. The only problem with him is he's going to be just about that same price as all these other cards, but he's actually 1 speed slower. So if you think that it's worth getting the 1 less speed and saving yourself 40k, then maybe he's going to be worth it. Like I said, when you're looking at these 93s for how good they are anyways and their prices, it's going to be really hard to tell you that they're not worth it. It's honestly nitpicking at this point. Next is going to be 93 overall tight end Colston Loveland. He's going to be coming in with 94 base speed, 88 strength, 92 catch, 91 catch in traffic, 97 spec catch, which is huge, 90 short route running, 87 medium route running, 75 run blocking. And then if we go and look at his deep route running, it is going to be at 90. So he does hit all 90s for his route running thresholds. His discounted buckets are going to be mid elite, mid out elite, run off elite, bulldozer, slot apprentice, outside apprentice, armbar, jukebox, spin cycle, backlash, matchup nightmare, grab and go, all day, which I don't think he's actually going to hit all day, polar elite, screen protector, or honorary lineman just because of his blocking. I do not believe it is high enough, but Colston Loveland here, he's going to be a 94 base speed tight end, and he's still going to cost you about that 200k mark. Yeah, 220 up to 250k. So honestly, I would avoid picking up Colston Loveland because you can get cards or tight ends anyways for that price point for a little bit faster base speed. But the reason why it's so hard to say don't pick him up is because he will get 2 times your team chemistry, and if he's on a 40 out of 40 theme team, he's going to be 96 speed, so he's going to be absolutely amazing. That's why I said the problem is trying to tell you guys not to pick up these 93s when they're all pretty good and have that ability to even possibly get boosted if they compete in the combine. Next is going to be 93 overall wide receiver Luther Burden. He's going to be coming in 95 speed, 94 jump, 93 catching, 96 catch in traffic, 92 spec catch, 90 short route running, 90 medium route running, and 90 deep route running. He's going to be coming in with his discounted buckets of mid elite, mid out elite, run off elite. I do not know if he's going to hit the bulldozer armbar thresholds there, but outside apprentice, slot apprentice, jukebox, spin cycle, backlash, matchup nightmare, and grab and go, all for 1 AP. And then if we go ahead and look at his second discounted bucket here, he's going to get all of those same abilities, but also slot-o-matic for 1, grab and go like we already talked about for 1, human joystick for 1, which is really nice, and red zone threat for 1, which is absolutely amazing, along with backyard wide receiver if you want him to have faster playmaking responses and bonus hot routes, but you usually will get that with your quarterbacks. He's also going to have that double team cam right there, but he is 5'11", 95 speed. We already looked at Emeka Egbuka, who's a little bit taller and faster, so I mean it's about a 30k difference in the card. So if it is worth it to you to save that much of 30k, then I would say go ahead and get Luther Burden. If not, you might as well just spend the extra coins and go out and get a better receiver in Emeka Egbuka. Next, we've got 93 overall left end out of Georgia, Michael Williams. He's going to be coming in with his attributes of 94 base speed on a defensive end, which is absolutely insane, 90 excel, 90 strength, 96 block shed, 88 power move, 94 finesse move. And let's look at his discounted ability buckets. He gets secure tackler for 1, which is really, really good just because of that new angry runs running back ability meta, unfakeable for 1, reach elite for 1, goal line stuff for 1, out my way, strip specialist, Mr. Big Stop, adrenaline rush, run stopper, extra credit, no outsiders, speedster, instant rebate, unpredictable, all for 1 AP there. And then next he's going to actually hit BOGO for 1, which is really, really nice, along with a defensive rally. I think all the ones that are locked are the ones that he cannot actually learn or earn anyways, not learn, my apologies. So Michael Williams, he's going to be coming in at about 200k. Honestly, if he's not faster than this James Pierce-Jones card, then I would say just go ahead and get James Pierce-Jones, which he is actually a little bit faster. So Michael Williams, I would say pick up for 200k in Madden 25. Okay guys, next card on the list is going to be James Pierce Jr. right end right here. Again, free agent card, gets every single team in the game. 93 speed, 95 excel, 92 strength, 90 tackle, 96 block shed, 91 power move, and 92 finesse move. So he's going to be hitting every single threshold there, which is really nice. Then if we go ahead and look at his alternate team chems or alternate chemistries, he can get the left and secondary position. And then for his abilities, he all for 1 AP. He's going to get secure tackler, unfakeable, reach elite, goal line stuff, out my way, strip specialist, Mr. Big Stop, adrenaline rush, run stopper, extra credit, no outsiders, speedster, instant rebate, unpredictable, demoralizer, interior threat, which is pretty nice there, deflator, crusher, extra pop, and form tackler. Then for his second bucket, he's going to get BOGO, edge threat, El Toro, enforcer if he hits that 91 hit power threshold right there, which I believe he should as a defensive lineman. Let's go ahead and check his defensive stats. Yep, he's hitting 91 hit power right there. And then if we go back in here, double or nothing, like we already talked about, defensive rally, strip specialist, which is pretty nice, unpredictable, again, extra pop, form tackler, things like that. So pretty good card overall, but honestly, judging off of his speed, if you care about the speed on your defensive lineman, I would not pick up James Pierce Jr., but he's going to be one of those guys that hits the holy trinity, if you call it, on defensive linemen. He's going to hit over 90 block shed, over 90 power move, and over 90 finesse move, which is what I look for in defensive linemen. And he's going to have 93 speed and 95 excel, so he's not like crazy slow. And if you have him on a theme team 40 out of 40, he will be at 95 speed, which is pretty good. Next, we've got right outside linebacker Jalen Walker, 94 speed, 97 acceleration. He's 6'2", 245, 93 block shed, 96 power move, which is insane, and 89 finesse move there on him. For his ability discounts, he's going to get secure tackler for 1, unfakeable, on the ball, out my way, strip specialist, reach elite, goal line stuff, run stopper, pick artist for 0 if he hits 77 catching, which he does not, unfortunately, so that's actually kind of a bummer there because he would get it for 0 AP. Demoralizer here for 1 AP, flat zone KO, no outsiders, extra credit, BOGO, adrenaline rush, crusher. If he were to have 89 zone coverage, which I doubt since he is a pass coverage, or he is a power rusher, defensive or outside linebacker, I should say, my apologies, he's not going to have that zone coverage high enough to hit that mid zone KO for 1, but it would be there if he had it. Deflator, crusher, speedster, lurker, outmatched, extra pop, and lumberjack. So pretty good, solid card anyways. Like I said, the really only unfortunate part is that he's not going to get any of those outside linebacker good chemistries or good abilities if you're wanting to play him in the zone. But if you have him as a D-line rusher, he's going to do good for you. Right here, inside stuff for 2 AP, tackler, or sorry, wrong ability bucket there, but deflator, enforcer, demoralizer, lurker, no outsiders, crusher, tip drill, Mr. Big Stop, El Toro, edge threat, double or nothing, unpredictable, instant rebate, defensive rally, and speedster, all for 1 AP, which is pretty nice there on him. But since he's not going to be able to get those kind of like really good outside linebacker abilities, I would say to not pick up James Pierce Jr., my apologies. I would say to not pick up Jalen Walker right there. The next card is going to be 93 overall, Xavier Watts. He's going to be a 6', 203-pound safety, coming in with 95 base speed, 95 excel, 88 tackle, 90 pursuit, 93 man coverage, 93 zone coverage, and 88 hit power. So he's going to be decent anyways. He's going to hit those over 90 threshold on man and zone, which is nice. And he's 95 base speed, again, 97 speed if you have him on a 40 out of 40 theme team, which a lot of people probably will. But on the ball for 1 AP, chuck out for 1, tip drill for 0, which is pretty nice. Mid route KO for medium route KO, my apologies, for 1 AP, unfakeable for 1, outmatched for 1, mid zone KO for 1, and he's going to hit that because he has over that 87 zone coverage. Flat zone KO for 1. Oh my gosh, I just accidentally backed out of it and I'm so, all right, whatever. Flat zone KO for 1, spin cycle for 1, out my way for 1, pick artist for 0 if he has 77 catching, which I don't know why he would not. Yep, he hits that catching, so he will actually be able to get pick artist and mid zone KO for a total of 1 AP, which is actually a really good stack because a lot of the higher end cards in the game actually have that stack, and Xavier Watts is going to have that. So for his price point, because he's going to be around that 200 to 250k mark, actually he's even cheaper, I would say that Xavier Watts is an absolute cop, and you guys should go ahead and get him in Madden 25. And then I think we're coming down to our last few 93s here. Yep, the last 93 right here, Will Johnson, corner out of Michigan. He's going to be coming in at a 6'2 corner with 96 speed, which is actually really good attributes there alone. But 92 excel, 93 agility, 96 jump, 91 man coverage, 94 zone coverage, and 94 press. He is going to also be coming in with the discounted abilities of on the ball for 1, chuck out, tip drill, medium route KO, unfakeable, outmatched, mid zone KO, which he should get because he should hit that zone coverage threshold, which he does. Also, he is going to be getting flat zone KO for 1, spin cycle for 1, out my way for 1, pick artist for 0, which is huge, jukebox, stonewall, extra pop, and form tackler. Same thing in this little category right here. There's nothing extra really that you would need on him. So Will Johnson, if he's at least decently priced for a 6'2 cornerback that's going to give you everything that safety Xavier Watts we just talked about is going to give you, and then a little bit more because he's taller, is an absolute pickup for 200k. Like most of these 93s, like I said, these guys are really good, and I would pick up just about every single one of these cards if you could, or if you have enough coins to. So that's the 93s. Let's get on to the 96 overall champions. Right here we've got running back Doug Martin. He's going to be coming in with 97 base speed, which makes him tied for the fastest base speed running back in the game, or actually the second fastest. My apologies, I forgot about Saquon Barkley's NFL honors card. But 93 excel, 95 agility, 98 carry, only an 82 catch, which is not that great, 95 change of direction, 98 trucking, and 96 break tackle, 5'9", 233. If we look at this ultimate champion chemistry he gets, he will boost, or it boosts combine Doug Martin +1 speed, +1 strength, +1 jumping, and +1 agility, which is pretty nice there. But you have to go ahead and add in that token for the combine, which unfortunately a lot of these are going to be gate kept by paywalls. So that's what makes some of these champions in the LTDs a little bit harder to want to go out and get. But in that last bucket that he gets, if you have the token on him, he gets tank for 1 AP, red zone threat for 1, energizer for 0, short elite for 1, second win for 0, persistent for 0, and he's going to get bulldozer for 0 as well. That's in both of those last two buckets. But if you do not have that token in the other buckets for his discounts, he gets bulldozer for 0, persistent for 0, second win for 0, and red zone threat for 1, which is really not that bad for our running back. And then if we go ahead and take a look at the other discounted ability buckets that he has, he gets evasive for, oh sorry, I'm in the wrong bucket. He gets spin cycle for 1, jukebox for 1, bulldozer for 1, grab and go, human joystick, arm bar, running back apprentice, backfield mismatch, playmaker, run off elite, red zone threat, slot apprentice, all for 1 AP. And then if we go ahead and look at his price for Doug Martin anyways, we're going to go ahead and see how much he is, because he does get that baked on leapfrog and jukebox both for 0 AP, which is pretty nice. And he's only going to cost you 500k. So if you're running like a Bucks theme team maybe, or a Raiders theme team, which Doug Martin played for, then I would say go ahead and pick him up. But if not, honestly, I feel like you could get the same amount of production out of a Saquon Barkley or even a free Alvin Kamara if you took him out of your AKA icons pack. You're not going to get the best abilities like you can with Doug Martin, but for the price and the cheapness that you would get those other guys for, I would say to stay away from Doug Martin, just because running backs are going to be coming a dime a dozen in this game. The next is going to be probably the best 96, at least that I saw so far anyways, and that's going to be 96 overall Patrick Peterson. He's a 6'1" corner with 97 base speed, 96 excel, 95 agility, 92 man coverage, 97 zone coverage, 6'1", 203 like we said. He's coming in with base acrobat for 0 AP, which is going to give him diving catches and swats, which is ridiculous. Jukebox for 0 AP, and then for his other discounted buckets, he's going to get on the ball for 0, chuck out for 0, tip drill for 0, medium route KO for 1, unfakeable for 0, outmatch for 0, mid zone KO for 1, flat zone KO for 0, spin cycle for 0, out my way for 0, pick artist for 0, jukebox for 0, stonewall for 0. The same thing in this ability bucket here. And then if we go ahead and take a look at his last ability bucket, where the last 3 ability buckets, my apologies, he gets secure tackler for 0, which is going to be a really good ability on your DBs, pick artist for 0, mid zone KO for 1, deep out zone KO for 1, and then the last ability bucket, still pick artist and secure tackler for 0. He also gets mid zone KO for 0, which is huge. That's usually a 3 AP regular ability cost that you're going to save 3 AP on for him getting it at 0. Deep route KO for 1, medium medium route KO for 1, deep out zone KO for 0, and bench press for 0. So this card is absolutely souped. He is, I mean, I think he's really getting close to about 1 million coins base overall, or base card anyways. This one right here selling for 900k. But honestly, if you're going to spend 900k on any card in the game, this one right here might be it, because he's going to be an absolute stud. But the second best card, and honestly maybe even the best card that dropped today, at least if we're just looking at the 96 overalls, is going to be this Amari Barno. This guy is an absolute stud, coming in at base 97 speed for a linebacker, so you could use him as a lurker if you wanted to. And he's 6'6", 245, with, I believe, a really good change of direction. Yeah, 90 change of direction, so he is going to be absolutely elite out there if you have him as a user. But those are his attributes right there. If we go ahead and look at his team chemistries, he gets the Panthers, and he also will be able to get middle linebacker or left outside linebacker chemistries. And then this speed drill Amari Barno on him if you have the token. I believe you need to have that on him to upgrade it. But if we look at his ability discounts anyways, he's going to be able to get mid-zone KO for 1. We're just going to talk about the relevant ones anyways. Edge threat for 1, double or nothing for 1, pick artist for 0, which is pretty nice. And then in his second bucket, discounted anyways right here. Oh, this is not his discounted ability bucket, my apologies. If we go to his right here, yep, he should be getting secure tackler for 0, which is really nice. Pick artist for 0 here again. And then mid-zone KO for 1 AP, which is really, really good. Then if we go to the last 3 ability buckets, he's going to get edge threat for 0, speedster for 0, or double or nothing for 1. And then he's going to get edge threat for 0, speedster for 0, double or nothing for 0, lurk artist for 0, avalanche for 2 AP, which is really, really good. So you could honestly run a stack of avalanche, lurk artist, and run mid-zone KO, and it's going to cost you a total of what, 4 AP on him, maybe. I think actually he should get mid-zone KO for 1. So it's going to cost you 3 AP total, and you're going to have the best user in the game. Honestly, probably until they drop this Isaiah Simmons card later on this promo, or honestly, maybe even the rest of the year, because Amari Barno is 6'6". If you care about height at your user, his price, he's going to be around that 550 to 600k mark. Honestly, he's even lower, as it says right there, 542k. He's going to be an absolute cop. The next linebacker we have is going to be Brian Urlacher, 95 speed, 96 excel, 97 strength, 97 block shed, 98 power move, and 91 zone coverage. 94 or 6'4" for his height right there, 258. His change of direction is not necessarily as great as Amari Barno's. Actually, I think it might actually be a little bit better if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he has 93 change of direction. And then if we look at his abilities without the token, he's going to be getting secure tackler for 0. I believe this is without the token, actually. Secure tackler for 0, on the ball for 0, pick artist for 0, flat zone KO for 0, mid zone KO for 1 AP, and lurk artist for 0. And then if we look at his other discounted buckets, he's going to be getting secure tackler for 0s, enforcer supreme for 1, and extra pop for 0. And then last bucket, he's going to get all of those, and then avalanche for 1, form tackler for 0, and run stuffer for 1. And that's the same thing for those last 2 ability buckets. Then for his price anyways, if we go ahead and take a look at him, we can go ahead and see he's about 630k. And honestly, I would rather go ahead and just buy that Amari Barno if you're going to use somebody for a user, which is probably what you would use your Brian Urlacher for. Next is going to be Evan Ingram, probably arguably the best tight end in the game. It honestly helps if you have him on a better theme team, but he's going to be coming at 96 base speed, only a 62 strength, but his route running is his specialty. 94 catch, 97 catch of traffic, 96 spec catch, 92 short route running, 90 medium route running, and then he is also going to have a 97 deep route running. So he's going to be able to run those routes crazy. His base abilities that he's going to get for 0 AP are going to be leapfrog and acrobat, which is pretty nice. So he's going to get those diving catches for his discounted ability bucket here. His first one, he's going to get mid in elite for 0, mid out elite for 0, run off elite for 0, bulldozer for 0, slot app for 0, outside apprentice, armbar, jukebox, spin cycle, backlash, matchup nightmare, grab and go all day, puller elite. These ones he has to actually hit the thresholds for the blocking, which I do not believe that he does. Then for his other discounted bucket, you can get human joystick there for 1 AP, which is pretty nice. Then in this bucket here, he'll actually get backyard tight end for 0, mid elite for 0, jukebox for 0, which he does not have base on his card, red zone threat for 0, tank for 1, which is going to break every single hit stick in the game, which is basically how a lot of people tackle. So you're going to get a lot of broken tackles in the game, and you could equip 2 of these abilities like we've talked about already. Then if we go ahead, look at his price, honestly, just because of the abilities alone, he's probably going to be a cop, and he's sub 500k, and the price is only going to go down from here. Evan Ingram, I would absolutely pick up in Madden 25. Next, the last 96 overall champion is going to be Kyle Long. And holy hell, speaking of Long, this video is going to take forever. But the last 96 overall champion, he's going to come in with Polar Elite and Fool Me Once on base anyways for 0 AP. For his discounted bucket, he's going to get Polar Elite for 0, Lifeguard for 0, Natural Talent for 0, Run Protector for 0, Pass Protector for 0, All Day for 0, Linchpin for 0, and Omniscient for 0, which this is going to be a combination of, I believe, Identifier, and I cannot remember the other one off the top of my head, but you'll be able to see where the defender is actually using, and it will actually highlight the third and fourth down blitzers, which is really good right there. You'll be able to tell who's trying to loop blitz you if you can tell if they're mugging the line. If you can't, then it's going to help you out a ton there. But Run Protector here for 0, Pass Protector for 0, Vanguard for 1, which is going to be the most annoying ability going into the summer. It has been in years past, and it's going to be the same going forward. Post Up for 0, which is pretty nice there on a right guard. Identifier for 0, and Secure Protector for 1, which is probably the best pass protecting ability in the game. So if we go ahead and look at his price, he's going to be costing us roughly 550k for one of the best linemen in the game. So if you have the coins to spare, I would say go ahead and pick him up. A lot of these guys, you'll notice that I've said these guys are absolutely cops. They're absolutely cops. That's just because for around 500k for what you would probably be able to get most of the Super Bowl champions for when the Super Bowl promo was out, these cards are basically exactly the same tier as they were when they dropped. They're just even better. I would go ahead and pick up a lot of these cards here, but if you cannot afford these cards, I would say go ahead and check out some of those Super Bowl champions because their prices have dipped tremendously. Now, looking here at the LTDs, as you guys can see at these prices, I can go in and look at these cards, but I'm just not going to because one, this video already I'm recording the second part of this and it's 16 minutes and a half, and there's just no way I'm going to be able to get this done in under 20 minutes if I do that. And these cards, if you look at the price, 4.3 million coins, 4.5 million coins, 3.5 million coins, and 4.5 million coins. These cards are absolutely not worth it. Do not, and I repeat, do not spend almost 4 million coins at the bare minimum on any of these cards, especially the cheapest one being a defensive tackle, and he's still 3.5 million. Do not do it. Now, their abilities, they get an absolute god stack. I completely understand. Like, if you want some, and these probably could be end game cards, but I would not even recommend you guys going out and buying these because they're so expensive. Unless you're somebody that, like, how you guys will pop open YouTube videos and you'll see one of the YouTubers have like 400 million coins in the top right. Unless you're one of them, bro, do not cop these cards at all, even though they get, like I said, they get insane god stacks. I understand they're really good, but if you have to go on the auction house and buy these, I would not recommend because they're so expensive. Stick to the champions and even stick to these 93 overall rookies because these are going to be absolutely great cards for your theme team if you're just building one, and they're really good budget cards. I understand they're 200k a piece, but still that is very budget compared to 3.5 million cards for a defensive tackle. So if you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section below. If you guys end up wanting me to review those LTDs up there, I may drop a TikTok on it. Just let me know down below in the comment section below. Like I said, if you have any questions, let me know down there and I will be sure to answer them. But that's enough from Bro Dynamic, y'all. If you made it to the end of the video, bro, you're a trooper, bro. I don't know how you did it. I would have probably clicked off by now, but that's been all for Bro Dynamic, y'all. I'm out. Peace.